Hey guys, after here, welcome back. It's been a while, has it not? A little bit of vacation time, a little bit of being sick kept me away, but I am back and ready to make some videos. So, to get started, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into Wildstar here. I do have currently two level 50s. I have a Engineer and an Esper, so I'm going to make some generic PvP videos on those guys, just kind of show you what it looks like end-game PvP with these guys. And depending on the support I get with those videos, I will go ahead and make some more videos that I think are kind of necessary for the community to know about, that I struggled with learning as I went on. Specifically videos about runes, maybe even some videos about crafting, because there's not that much knowledge on those types of things out there currently. So let me know if you guys want to see any of that. But first and foremost, I'm going to show you some PvP with Von Ruben here, who is my level 50 engineer. Currently on my way to try to get 1500 battleground rating. Unfortunately, I'm not having much luck, as you can tell. 1230. I've mainly done a lot of solo queues with this, guys, and if you're new to the game or if you're not level 50 yet, the easiest and quickest way to get to level 1500, I should say 1500 rating for PvP to obviously get the better PvP gear, is to join a group and do it that way. My Esper, I was able to do it fairly easy because it has the ability to heal. Unfortunately, Von Ruben, although I can do a lot of damage, I'm only one man. So currently I am decked out in pretty much everything you'd want as far as PvP gear. I do have significant PvP stats. If you've been living under a rock and don't know the huge debacle with PvP right now, it is said, I haven't seen any math on it, and I personally disagree, but people are under the assumption that PvP gear is broken right now. So, hypothetically, you're supposed to get to the soft cap around maybe 40% each offense and defense, and then go PvE gear. I've done the testings out myself on my Esper, and honestly, the damage was neither better nor worse in full PvE gear or full PvP gear. It was kind of the same. Maybe that means it's broken. I don't know. But I like going with full PvP anyway. Now, I do have a full PvE set of support gear for my Von Ruben engineer here as well. But I'm going to be honest with you, watching a support engineer is not fun whatsoever, so you will not be seeing that in this video. You might ask why I have all these PvP chests. Well, the idea is that you grind to level, or I should say rating 1500 in the battlegrounds, and then you use all your prestige to just buy a full 1500 set right out of the bat. One easy way you can do that is just by saving all your PvP chests, as you can see I have done. So hypothetically, if I ever do get Von Ruben to 1500, I will be able to outfit him in the full 1500 gear ASAP, and we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and queue for this random one real quick. Hopefully we get the temple. Just also think about making maybe a few videos, the differences between the temple and the halls of the Bloodsworn, because I feel like there are some certain strategy that people just don't seem to comprehend in either one. But we can talk about that maybe in a later video. While we're waiting, let's check out the gear here. So once you hit level 50, you can buy different types of PvP gear. You can get the oh, look at this. You can basically get the normal blue gear, which I have currently, or if you get to 1500 rating, you can get the epic purple gear, which is better. It statistically doesn't look that much better, but if you are in blue gear and you're going against someone in 1500 gear, you will feel the difference, believe you me. So this is actually going to be a Halls of the Bloodsworn. Okay, so this is a good opportunity for us to talk about people and why they don't know how to play this game. So this PvP match, in case you don't know, is basically made up of 3 overall sections. Each team ends up having 1 defense and 1 attack, and this team, or in this instance, we're going to be attacking first. What we have to do is we have to basically get enough points to move to the next section. You get points by taking these little side nodes and or standing in the middle. The idea is to obviously cap both the sides nodes and then all stand in the middle, which would obviously get you the most points the quickest. What people don't understand is you need to split up. People don't understand that standing in the center, that middle little area that you see there, is extremely important to actually get the points. So we'll see how this battle goes. Usually the minions seem to win this side, but yesterday I did not have much luck with it. So we'll see. I will say, give you a little bit of tips on this map. The Espers, if you guys take Shockwave and rank it all the way up, you'll be able to go ahead and, well, knock anybody off these little nodes. So as we start here, I'm going to go ahead and see where my teammates are going. It seems like they don't know what they're doing. Looks like we got some server lag going on here, which is always fun. Usually the most obvious thing is kind of everyone... Oh wow, that lag. Everyone pretty much just goes left. Half left, half mid, I should say. So, as you can see on the right hand side there, we just got a point on the other eastern end, which is good. We're kind of wasting time to be middle here, honestly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move. Did you really jump down to follow me? Okay. As I'm battling this full HP Spellslinger that's gonna destroy me. Perfect time to show you my build, guys. Perfect time. Oh, if I don't spawn real quick. So, the cool thing about the Engineer, as opposed to, let's say, the Esper or any other class, I shouldn't say any other class, just specifically the Esper, because those are the two I have the most familiarity with, is you actually have a few different ways to actually build to do offense. You've got some Engineers who, my current build has Electrocute, which uses my main volatility stat. So we captured this first point, now we're going mid. So Electrocute uses my volatility, which I get basically by using most of my skills, some of my skills, different ways you can gather it. This is kind of the main Engineer DPS type of ability. It's really built for kind of AoE, just doing a ton of damage a ton of the time. If I ever die here and again and able to show you my build, I will show you that it scales pretty well with some other builds. So the fact that you can rank up abilities in this game with the highest rank Electrocute, if the target is blind, it does extra damage, which is pretty cool. Since I have a blind, my innate that R icon you see in the bottom left there, basically just increases damage by doing a nice little, like, every 2.5 seconds it does a significant amount of damage AoE. I think 3 enemies. I'm blinded, I can't see anything. So as you can see, we don't have any side points right now. And what that ends up meaning is we're getting points a little bit not as quick as we'd like to. This build also features Unstable Anomaly, which is on the 4th hotkey, or number 4. And the biggest thing about that is it can overload someone's shields, which is really potent. On top of it, also applying a healing debuff. Come on. As you can see, we're actually like all trying to stand on mid, which is actually, that was an Esper pushback, which is crucial. As I was saying in this game, Espers who max Shockwave, which is a pushback, can really alter this game big time. And we're not doing as well as I'd like to do, but not doing that badly either. Server lag's pretty ridiculous. Come on. Awesome. Now another build, if I die, I'll be able to show you guys. I'll start running to the next area here, if I can understand which way that is. And it's more of a single target DPS type build, and that's using Bolt Caster instead of Electrocute. I actually like that one, I think, a lot more, simply because you see a lot more bursty type of damage. I mean, Pulse Blast, your main ability, is going to do a lot of burst anyways, just because, you know, it hits harder because it's a cast time. And then being able to just kind of bolt cast someone down, it's pretty cool. So, if I don't die on offense here, I will show you guys on defense what that looks like, even though it's not the best for a Halt Bloodsworn. Come on, lag. Alright, he's dead. And if you're max level and you play in these battlegrounds, for the love of God, these warriors, okay? If you know endgame PvP in this game, you know that warriors are just extremely powerful right now. Just focus them. They can three-shot anybody, but if you focus them, they're squishier than, like, butter. I mean, they're just... They love to go they love to go ham on people, and then they just get, you know, destroyed if you actually focus them. But usually people try to avoid them and kite them, and that doesn't work. Just stand up to them. One person might die, but you know, if their number one damage dealer just gets melted in 2 seconds, do it. Stop trying to like avoid them like the plague. I think people have a misconception that they're super tanky, which, I mean, you would assume that because, I mean, they're a warrior, but it's really not the case in this game, unless they're a tank build. In that case, they're probably not going to be on top of you like that. Alright, good. So we won. Perfect. A few other comments I want to make about halls is you want tank stalkers or tank engineers to really defend the points, whether it's after you capture them or if you're defending in the first place, because, well, we're basically unkillable and we can sit there and just keep spamming it, and it's really hard to get them off the point. We can't do much damage, stock tanks or engineer tanks, but we won't allow them to live either. So this is my current build. I have Pulse Blast, which is the builder, Electrocute, which again uses that building, and you can see I have both these maxed. Electrocute does have the tier 8 upgrade, which is foes that are blind or stunned receive extra damage every quarter second. Quick Burst is kind of every time you crit, it does a nice little bit of chunk, and it's off the global cooldown, so you can do it while casting something else. And then Unstable Anomaly, again, it gives that healing debuff, as well as the tier 4 disables their shields, which is huge. Then I have a few utility abilities. A basic stun, Shatter Impairment, which removes CC, Volatile Injection, which increases my critical chance, and Obstruct Vision, which is that blind. Not too bad. So in the Bolt Caster build, we're actually going to change this up a little bit. We're just going to take Electrocute out and put Bolt Caster full in. Now, depending, again, the awesome thing about this engineer is most of these abilities are actually viable in PvP, depending on your personal playstyle. Sometimes I'll run with an Energy Auger because it gives that snare, and this would actually be a good opportunity to use Energy Auger instead of Unstable Anomaly. But I just prefer the overload of the shields. It just helps to me to do a lot more. So let's see what we got going on here. Got more lag. Alright, it looks like we got pretty good defense on the sides. Let's go ahead and see if we can't help hold mid. Again, this is a perfect time for Electrocute, but this midday lag is... Oh, come on. Because I'm spamming Shatter Impairment, it's just not working. So let's see the Bolt Caster work here. If my skills will go off. There they go. There they go. I feel like Esper's disarming me, but it's just lag. Now, if you're new to the halls, you'll see that... Wow, it's really bad lag right now, I apologize. If you are new to halls, you'll see that we have the time, so they basically have to beat us in this amount of time. I don't know if right side's going to be worth going to. Wow, look at that lag. I'm spamming one right now, just not... Yeah, that's pretty bad lag right now, wow. Come on. So Bolt Caster basically is able to do just... It's pretty much just a single target. I mean, it can hit multiple targets, but it's a straight up damage ability. And if you're on top of someone, it fires 3 shells. You can hit them all basically with the same shells. Hit one person with all 3. But it does more damage if they don't have a shield. So if you overload them and then go ahead and just spam them with bolts. So you can kind of see me cast it even though it's not hitting anything. There you go. So we're actually doing a pretty good job of keeping these people back. The key in this map, honestly, is you want 1 or 2 tanks to hold the side points, and then you want a bunch of healers and a bunch of people who can do a lot of AoE, namely engineers, spell slingers, who can just hold mid. Alright. As you can see, they're all running, which is actually a bad idea because... Alright, they're going to have it now, but if they hypothetically didn't get that capture point right at the end there, they all kind of left. And they would have just been sitting there waiting for them to actually cap from 97 to 100. So if you get the side points, it actually basically... What it equates to is basically 2 invisible people standing on mid, pretty much getting you points, is kind of what it ends up being. And there's no way to basically stop it. Now the defenders, if we stay in the middle here, we can basically stop them from getting points for it. And what they need to do is they need to kind of zerg mid to get points for it. So that's where kind of the strategy element comes into play. Obviously, if you can hold... Come on. If you can hold... Jeez, they're doing actually pretty well. I don't... Even if they got both, I mean, only 2 minutes left. Might not be enough. Come on, baby. As you see all those bolts hitting him. Oh, blew him up. So we don't have that secondary point, which is giving them constant points. Oh, this is not bad. This is not good. Probably gonna win though. I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull this out in a minute and a half. He was only 200. It shouldn't be giving this kind of lag. I will find this game, Wildstar, overall doesn't have the most stable or optimized of games. My frame rate right now is at 60 though, so that's fine. It's just that ping. It's actually weird because this frame rate's saying 25, and what I use to capture is actually showing me 60. That's a little awkward, but Alt F1, by the way, shows you your frames and ping on the bottom right there.
Double kill.
All right, let's see if we can't blow somebody up here.
A control point has been captured by the exile.
Okay, so they have 34 seconds to capture this last point. Probably not going to happen. So this was a pretty good stand by our part. It's a nice victory. Halls of the Bloodsworn, as far as PvP goes, is more lucrative than the Temple. Probably because it's longer. But basically, if you win, you get 2 of the chests instead of loot bags, which means you get better loot. Awesome. So let's see what we did. So I was being very distracted. 4 and 23. Not that much damage at all, really, to be honest with you. I would have been able to do significantly more had I used Electrocute at the end there, and of course we weren't lagging, but this is a pretty mediocre show overall, to be honest with you. But that's the end game offensive PvP engineer, guys. I'm not a PvP guy, so that's all you're really going to see on this channel. But other than that, I might or might not do support engineer. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I kind of want to show you the gear difference before we close out here. So as you can see on the right side, what I currently have equipped compared to the purple gear, there's not that much of a difference. I mean, you're getting 4 more assault power. You're getting a little bit more strike through. You're getting what seems to be a significant amount of PvP defense and offense, although diminishing returns does hit you pretty hard. I think, and again, this is, you know, kind of for another video, but I think the key is the rune slots. Okay, as you can see on the right side there, I have 1411 finesse. If I had the purple gear, not only would I have 3 slots, but the actual 14 and 11 would actually be higher as well. It's expensive to rune your gear out, but I think it makes a huge difference. But more to come on that, guys. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.